Are you looking for the best running shoes for women's? In this video we will look at some of the 8 best running shoes for women's on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Brooks Ghost 14. From the dyeing process to the tongue's recycled mesh material, the Ghost has undergone a climate-conscious makeover. Brooks is also transitioning to sustainable manufacturing and shipping, and recycling used shoes instead of dumping them in landfills. But when tinkering with your best-selling model, you don't want to mess it up. Rest easy, Ghost fans, neither quality nor performance was compromised in this update. Brooks removed the Bio-Emogo DNA portion of the midsole, so the Ghost 14 has only DNA loft foam, just like its plusher counterpart, the Glycerin. Our testers found this adjustment doesn't change the Ghost's ride noticeably. It had a nice balance of cushioning and firmness during turnover, said a tester, adding that the Ghost felt more responsive than the Glycerin and Adrenaline GTS. Number 2. Asics Gel-Kayano 28. The Kayano has been a part of the Asics lineup for decades, and it remains one of the company's most popular shoes. Designed to deliver support for overpronators, many neutral runners reach for it because of its legendary comfort. The Kayano 28 is upgraded with Flight Foam Blast cushioning for a smooth, responsive ride and a new low-profile heel clip for added support. Gel pods remain under the heel and forefoot, giving you extra shock absorption, and the dual-density midsole and medial plate work together to counter overpronation in your stride. Number 3. Mizuno Wave Rider 25. 25 marks a huge milestone for the Rider. As a wearer of the Rider since its 13th version, I found it's definitely the softest and most cushioned Rider I've ever worn. That in part is because the brand delivered on the promise it teased us with in the Rider 24, a full-length midsole layer of luxuriously soft energy foam. In previous Riders, the midsole featured a mix of foams, ranging from its firmer U4IC to TPU bead-based XPOP, both above and below the wave plate. Though comfortable underfoot, the combination of different foams made the shoe's ride feel a bit disjointed. With only energy foam throughout, the ride is smoother and more consistent, especially when paired with the 25's new Castor bean-based wave plate. Built at a higher amplitude, the Rider 24's plate was flatter. It helps return more energy with each foot strike, and more closely matches the shape of the arch. It's smooth and springy, the perfect ride for long runs when you'll be spending a lot of time on your feet. MP. Number 4. Saucony Triumph 19. Although it's technically a heavy shoe, on par with other luxe trainers like the Brooks Glycerin 19 and Ultra Paradigm 6, the Triumph 19 rides light and bouncy. Giving it that energetic sensation is a Purin Plus midsole and top sole, introduced in the 17. Purin Plus foam is 28% lighter than the brand's original Purin. It's supportive for easy long runs, and responsive on tempo runs and workouts. To deliver a comfortable yet stable ride, Saucony increased the angle of the beveled heel and toe spring in the Triumph 18, promoting a smooth heel-to-toe roll. This geometry is preserved in the 19. This update does get a new monomesh upper, which is lighter and more breathable. It was a favorite feature among our testers. There was plenty of room in the toe box, said one. It's easy to lace up and tighten around the midfoot, and my heel felt supported without being too snug. That's the real draw with the Triumph, it's all-encompassing comfort. Every facet of the 19 is soft. The collar and tongue are pillow-like, securing your foot after knotting the Bucatini thick laces. Your toes granted ample wiggle room. AF. Number 5. Saucony Axon 2. This bargain bite, truly, how is this shoe only $100? Looks and feels maximally cushioned, but it's shockingly lightweight and compels you to stride for race pace. The thick Purin midsole has plenty of bounce, while a slightly curved profile, think Saucony's cambered speed roll design, minus the carbon fiber plate, smooths transitions onto the forefoot during turnover. That combination explains why the shoe's low 4mm offset goes unnoticed mid-run. While there is not a perfect shoe, the Axon 2 comes darn close for me, said a tester who also ran in New Balance's $100 fuel cell Propel V3 and found the midsole a bit too firm for concrete sidewalks. The Axon had the perfect amount of bounce and cushioning on a variety of surfaces. He ran along Florida's soft, sandy coastline, like running in thick baby powder, to test the shoe's stability. The Axon passed this test with aplomb. Best of all, this budget shoe has proven remarkably durable in our testing. Its durability reminds me of Asics' GT series, said one tester who wears a women's size 11. I've run over 200 miles and there is barely any wear on them. Number 6. Saucony Ride 15. This workhorse trainer is able to tackle everyday efforts and is well suited for a high percentage of new runners. Though not as plush as Saucony's Triumph, it has a reformulated Purin midsole that's thicker, 18% more foam underfoot, than the last version. Despite all that foam, the shoe rides smoother and weighs less. To help the ride cruise comfortably, Saucony turned up the back edge of the sole, giving it a more pronounced bevel. That helps to prevent any slapping when you land on the back edge of your foot. Even though I would describe it as being on the softer side, the shoe was responsive and propelled me forward with each step, said a tester. And the lively performance is boosted by nearly an ounce of weight savings compared to version 14, thanks to the sculpted sole shape and strategically placed rubber that's used sparingly. Minor upper changes include a downy soft pull tab on the tongue and gillies to prevent lace bite. Word to the wise, the gillies do their job well, so if you're an aggressive knotter, be wary of tightening your shoes like a corset, AF.